Saudi Arabia and Qatar share more than a border. They share a language, a faith, and centuries of culture. For generations, the same tribes have lived on both sides of that border. Families intermarried so often that for many people here, neighboring country and relative's house mean almost the same thing. Doha, Qatar's capital, sits barely an hour's drive from Saudi territory. For decades, crossing that border was as routine as visiting family for the weekend, because often it was exactly that. But in June 2017, that ease of movement disappeared overnight. A political rift broke out across the Gulf. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, and Egypt accused Qatar of supporting groups they consider destabilizing to the region. Qatar denied the accusations and said it was being unfairly targeted. Whatever the politics, the human cost was immediate. Qatari citizens were given just 14 days to leave Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Bahrain. The land border, Qatar's only one, was sealed. For families split across that border, this wasn't an abstract diplomatic dispute. It was grandparents unable to see grandchildren, spouses separated, weddings postponed indefinitely. One young Qatari woman later said the rift had cost her the chance to pursue her studies abroad, saying simply that it had robbed her of her dreams for the future. And for many Qataris, the rift touched something even deeper. The Hajj and Umrah pilgrimages to Mecca and Medina, at the very heart of their faith, became extraordinarily difficult to complete. Notably, even amid the rift, Saudi Arabia said it would keep facilitating travel for Qatari pilgrims wishing to perform Hajj and Umrah, a small but telling exception in an otherwise sealed border. For 3.5 years, the rift held. Tribes that had shared weddings, funerals, and holidays for generations were kept apart by a border crossing that no longer opened. Then, on January 5th, 2021, everything changed. Saudi Arabia, leading the effort toward reconciliation, welcomed Qatar's Emir, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, to the historic city of al-ula for a Gulf summit. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman greeted him with a warm embrace on the tarmac, a moment broadcast across the Arab world. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, and Egypt agreed to fully restore diplomatic relations with Qatar, ending one of the deepest rifts in the Gulf's modern history. Days later, the Abu Samra border crossing reopened. Cars lined up for the first time in 3.5 years. One Qatari driver waiting to cross said simply, "I'll be reunited with my family. Everybody is happy that we can go to Mecca and Medina." Another bought a brand new car just for the occasion, driving across the border to celebrate with relatives he hadn't seen in years. For thousands of families on both sides, an ordinary border crossing became one of the most emotional days of their lives. Less than 2 years later, Qatar had a chance to return the gesture on a much bigger stage. In November 2022, Qatar hosted the FIFA World Cup, the first ever held in the Arab world. When Saudi Arabia's national team faced football giant Argentina, few expected anything but a routine defeat for the Saudis. Instead, the Green Falcons pulled off one of the greatest upsets in World Cup history, winning 2-1. In the stands, Qatar's own Emir, Sheikh Tamim, the same man who had endured the blockade just years before, was seen wearing a Saudi flag draped over his shoulders. Across Doha, Qatari citizens celebrated Saudi Arabia's win in the streets, alongside the Saudi fans themselves. And the celebration didn't stop there. From Morocco to Iraq to Yemen, people across the Arab world erupted in joy. Even leaders who rarely agreed on anything, from Hamas to the Houthis, sent their congratulations to Saudi Arabia that day. For a few hours, every political rivalry in the region was forgotten. Saudi Arabia and Qatar still don't agree on everything. old tensions occasionally resurface, and the region remains complex. But in 2021, one country chose to lead a reconciliation. In 2022, the other chose to publicly honor that gesture in return, on the world's biggest stage. Two flags, raised side by side. Not because every difference was resolved, but because beneath the politics, one family never stopped being one family. These are the moments history tends to forget. This is Forgotten Handshakes.